Beyonce totally got Kanye'd again, this time by her own hubby Jay-Z. And can you believe it? Taylor Swift snagged Album of the Year at the Grammys for the 4th freaking time.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
Guess what? So apparently, Jay-Z canceled his fancy Grammy party just to uninvite Diddy. Can you believe it? And now Diddy is threatening to expose the Grammys and spill the tea on other people in the industry. It's getting crazy, right? But before we dive into all that Diddy madness, let's first talk about how Jay-Z made his wife feel uncomfortable and why Beyoncé is feeling embarrassed. Okay, so Jay-Z was accepting the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, which was established back in 2023. And while he was accepting the award, he didn't hold back. He called out the Grammys, and one of the things he said was that Beyoncé is long overdue for that Album of the Year award. Can you believe she's never won it? I mean, she's been nominated 5 times. The first one was in 2010 for I Am Sasha Fierce. Then a year later, she was nominated as a featured artist on Lady Gaga's The Fame Monster. And in 2015, she was nominated again for Album of the Year. Then came Lemonade in 2017, and her most recent nomination was for Renaissance in 2023. Now, a lot of people thought that Lemonade should have been the Album of the Year winner. I mean, let's be real. Beyoncé poured her heart and soul into that album. She explored the emotional impact of Jay-Z cheating on her, addressed generational pain, and tackled racial inequality. And let's not forget how she blended genres like reggae, rock, hip-hop, soul, funk, country, and electronica. It was a masterpiece. But guess who won that year? Adele. Yeah, she won Album of the Year. And even Adele herself said that if there was one person who deserved it, it was Beyoncé.
But I can't possibly accept this award. And I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful and gracious. But my artist of my life is Beyoncé, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental, Beyoncé. It was so monumental and so well thought out. And so beautiful and soul-bearing, and we all got to see another side to you that you don't always let us see, and we appreciate that.
Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Jay-Z totally agrees that his incredible wife has been snubbed for way too long. He made it crystal clear that he firmly believes Beyoncé should have won Album of the Year at least once during her illustrious career. It's absolutely ridiculous that even though Beyoncé has a mind-blowing 30-plus Grammys, only one of her 32 wins has been in the prestigious Big Four categories: Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. Can you imagine that? Single Ladies managed to snatch the Song of the Year award in 2010, but all her other wins have been tucked away in genre-specific categories. Like, seriously, that's just not enough for Queen Bey and Jay. All right, I gotta hand it to Jay for speaking up when Beyoncé wasn't even nominated for Album of the Year, so it doesn't seem like he's throwing shade at the other artists. But let me tell you, it became a massive deal because guess who won Album of the Year instead? Taylor Swift. Again, can you believe it? It's like a never-ending drama.
And the Grammy goes to Taylor Swift.
Also, the streets are saying that Taylor was such a disgrace for grabbing her Grammy from Celine Dion's hands without even looking at her or giving her a hug. People are saying that she should have acknowledged her appreciation for receiving it from her, especially given the fact that Celine was even able to be there amidst her immense struggles. Anyway, I'm not focused on that right now because I can't get past how Beyoncé was just somewhere thinking people are going to think I have an agenda against Taylor. Given, of course, how Kanye West once took the microphone from her hand during an acceptance speech, told her he would let her finish, and said that Beyoncé's Single Ladies video was one of the best videos of all time. And while the Beehive may agree with Jay, there are people who said that it doesn't matter that Beyoncé didn't win Album of the Year. For instance, Whoopi Goldberg said on The View that considering Beyoncé has over 30 other Grammy wins, yeah, it doesn't really matter that she hasn't won this particular category.
So I kind of appreciate all of that, and they're not for just one thing.
Yes.
So for me, she is, it doesn't matter if they give her that album.
Song
I
of
mean,
the album.
and listen, it's subjective.
Yeah.
People are voting. You can't determine who's doing it unless you're the person voting. So I think 38 is kind of not a terrible number.
You know what? Some folks actually agree that Jay has every right to talk about whatever he wants during his speech and defend his wife. But here's the thing. It's not a good look when Beyonce has already won so much. I mean, if she was always getting snubbed for awards, Jay would have a point. But let's face the truth, that's far from reality. Some people even mention that if Beyonce wrote the music and lyrics for a whole album, she might actually have a shot at winning. But as long as she keeps sampling other artists and needing 3,000 people to write just one song's lyrics, she's probably never gonna win, honey. Now, a lot of people may not agree with Jay-Z saying that Beyoncé deserves to win Album of the Year, but we can all agree that he was right about one thing. Some people really did get robbed, while others didn't deserve to be in any category. Crazy, right?
Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. Oh, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell
Can
the
you
truth.
believe it? Lana Del Rey didn't win a single thing. Can you imagine? She was totally robbed. But let's put the awards drama aside for a moment. Did you hear the gossip? Apparently, Jay-Z canceled his Grammy brunch, and it's partly because of Diddy. Word on the street is that Jay-Z didn't know how to uninvite Diddy to the party. So what did he do? He decided to cancel the whole thing. Can you believe it? Diddy was planning on showing up with his +1 Clive Davis, who, by the way, has been publicly supporting him through all the recent drama. But Jay-Z was like, no way, I'm not letting those troublemakers ruin my party. Rumor has it that Jay-Z doesn't want anything to do with Diddy anymore. It seems like Diddy's ship is sinking and Jay wants to stay far away from it. And here's the juiciest part. There's a blind item going around saying that Jay-Z threw his own secret party, one where Diddy wasn't invited at all. Can you believe the drama? It's like a real-life soap opera. And girls, let me spill the tea on Diddy and Jay-Z. You won't believe the drama. I mean, we're talking about the same guy who left his business partner, Dame Dash, high and dry in that Rockefeller Def Jam deal. And don't even get me started on how he used Kanye West to revive his rap career, only to throw him to the wolves. No wonder Jay-Z cut him off. It's like seeing a sinking ship, you know? Speaking of Diddy, did you notice he wasn't even at the Grammys? He was nominated for Best Progressive R&B Album, but his rep said he wouldn't attend. But let's be real, the organizers probably didn't want him there either. Rumor has it, inviting him would have sent the wrong message. Even some high-profile African-American members were against it. Can you believe that? And to top it off, publicists didn't want their artists anywhere near him. It was all just a logistical nightmare trying to invite him. You won't believe what blind items are saying. Apparently, behind the scenes, Diddy is plotting to bring down everyone with him. It's like he's saying, you want to exclude me from parties and award shows and distance yourselves? Well, I'm taking all of you down too. Girl, if that's true, I am all here for the juicy tea and all the people he's about to expose. But do you really think he's gonna spill the tea on everyone? Will Jay-Z be one of the casualties? I'm dying to know what you think about Jay-Z being Beyonce's mouthpiece, claiming that BA deserves Album of the Year. Sources close to BA are already claiming that Beyonce was humiliated, which is why they left the Grammys right after Jay's speech. But in your opinion, does Beyonce truly deserve to win Album of the Year for her released album so far? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.